Alright guys, the Moomin brand here, your friendly neighbourhood Moomin. Just back with another video. Recently, I have done some trunk textures with the help of someone off Twitter. All this will be in the description of the video with links of the templates that you're going to need. So I'll just head straight into it. So as you can see at the moment, I've got a blank canvas on my editing software. Mine is chosen is GIMP, which is free. If you just Google GIMP and download, you'll find it. Quite a good tool to say it is free, but this will work with any editing software as long as you have got layers. So you'll see if I turn this layer off that I've got at the moment, you'll see this, which is how is a good guide in game. So if I just switch my capture to in game, so I've already got it in game. So if you can see, yep, where all the numbers are. Wherever you put a logo, text, anything you decide you want to put on, that is where they're going to go. Okay. Now the texture, the templates that I've given you, if I just go out, will only work on that particular trunk there. Okay. It is designed for those trunks. I have got other ones that I'm working with, and I will release them in due course. But for the moment, if you wanted to do a trunk wraparound texture, like I have here on BB Blake, the Spider-Man, you will need to use those trunks there. So, as you can see, they're underneath the camouflage ones. Okay. I mean, they probably would work with most of them, but I know they're designed specifically for that one. So again, you will just need, once in game, you would literally need to go to your custom images. So I'll use this green one as an example. Apply the texture, press R3. See where it says switch mapping? Boom. Okay. So for this purposes, we'll go back to the number layout. And so you can see. So I know where it says number 1. I know if I place something there on this mapping, it'll appear there in game. Okay. So if I go back to my screen, there's the number 1. Okay. So I've already pre-done the layers. So if I use this one, it's got, so if I put it there between 1, 8, it's going to touch the 1 and the 2 underneath. So it needs to be more there in game. Probably be a bit smaller. Oops, wrong one. I think if I put it there, that's fine. It's not. I don't want it in center for this particular one. So that'll appear in game. Now, there's my black one. Now look at that, Spider-Man. Well, he's called the Spider-Man. So the bait, you better look at it. So I know now I've wrapped that around it, and all I did was go on Google Images, copied the image into a new layer, and rubbed out the bits here. Okay. I mean, you don't even need to do that, because in the wraparound game it will only wrap around everything where you can see where he's not, apart from the holes. So even if you had this bit filled out, then it wouldn't show up in game anyway. So that's basically it. So I mean, if you need the bottom one and that one, if you use it, it's going to be trial and error. It took me a good couple of goals before I got it to where I needed it. And it is, you do need 2 layers. I'll show you quickly how to bring something in like that. So if I wanted to, his nickname is the Spider-Man. So let's get some good texture somewhere. We'll use that one. So if I copy that, let's have a look at these. I think that one will be good for in-game, especially if you use the emboss texture. So if I delete that layer, do a new layer, run it that way, and then paste the texture in. You see? Now, even though it's a red square there, it will only do where the black is in game. Yeah? So, and the best way to think about it, if I, I'll show it, sorry, I'm full of a cold. If I show you how to put a guide on, so if you put a guide, a vertical one, either set, so that's front and that's the back. That's the best way of looking at it. And then you've got as well, yeah? I mean, 8 and 1 is probably about the middle, and 4 and 5 is probably about the middle. If you use that concept when you're moving your logos onto it, I have another video of how you can create some basic logos using the text. I'm going to have more videos of how you can do more complex logos, but this is how I've been doing them for the 2K games anyway. I might even put this up and just show you how it works in game, but it is really simple. Once you get the knack of it, you can do loads of custom textures for your tights, and it's much easier, much more creative than using one tights and just bunches of logos. So I hope this does work for some of you. I appreciate any feedback. I appreciate any comments. I'll leave all the downloads and everything you need in the links in the description. Other than that, that's your friendly neighbourhood Moomin out, and I hope you have a lovely weekend.